Okay, so as I was saying, this is where I got confused because I knew there was another spur here, but the problem was this spur was not on the map. It's not on the topographic maps. All I had was the timetable information, and I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So I'm trying to look at the LiDAR, and things are not, I can see some stuff, but again, I'm trying to visualize what it looks like. And so I have to thank some people here, Gordon and Greg and Mike. Sorry, just too many things coursing through my head here. So Gordon, Greg, and Mike. So Mike used to work for CN at the Valora station here, and so basically I was trying to ask him like what was going on, and he has said, well, what I remember is that the west side switch of that spur flowed into the east side switch of this spur. And I'm like, okay. And again, I remember I'm not a railway guy, so I'm like, I think I kind of understand what he's saying, but I couldn't visualize what this spur looked like. I had an idea. I thought it made like a Y, but I couldn't be 100% certain. And then what happened was I came across mining map. So the same mining map that showed me where the that had the Yanaka pit on there basically showed me what's happening. So basically you can see here you have one leg, so you have the eastern leg of the spur that runs that way, and then there's a western leg that comes out here. So let's talk a little bit about this spur. Get my notes out again. Okay, so this spur belonged to the Great Lakes Paper Company. So remember, the Great Lakes Paper Company had that spur from 1948 to 1971, and then what they did was they built this spur in 1971. So from 1971 to 1980, it was an 83 car spur connected at the east and west end, and then a 3,730 foot car connected at the east and west end. Then in 1981, the name of the spur changed. It became known as Great Lakes Paper GR72. So from 1981 to 1992, it was a 3,700 foot east and west. And then it just says 1,800. It doesn't say what side it's connected to. Doesn't make a lot of sense. And then for 1 year in 1993, it was taken over because Great Lakes, and I remember this, Great Lakes was bought out by Canadian Pacific Forest Products. So the spur became known as Canadian Pacific Forest Products GR72. And so 1993 was the last year, because then we know the line was abandoned in 1994. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that map that I have, and I'm going to show you the timetable. Then I'm going to bike you over there, and then I'll walk you through this part of the spur. Okay, let's motor here. What time is it? 12:31, so it's 1:31 home time. I still have my skull cap on, and I'm like melting. All right, so we've arrived at the main part of the spur here. You can see the western part coming out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause here, and then what I'll do is I'll show you the part that I walked the western leg, and then we'll meet you up there. Okay, here we go. Through this, makes like a Y, and try to do this before we lose the clouds here. I think we're losing them. This is ugly. How the hell's this gonna work? You know, I seriously do some dumb stuff. Well, we know we're on a grade here. We got ballast. You can see more ballast there. Yeah. The clouds are toast here. Wow, this is a freaking disaster. Look at this stuff. Oh my God. Oh. How the hell is this supposed to work? Yeah. I got about 2 seconds more of cloud before the sun really comes out. Poor Luna. This is not easy slugging for her either. I apologize if it seems like we're rushing, because we are. Oh my God, this is awful. Man, my stupid ideas. You know, I was thinking before, I was like, why can't I have normal hobbies like everybody else? No, long weekend. Instead of just chilling out, Dave's stomping through the bush. Okay, Lenny, we're done. Oh my God, that was dumb. Okie dokie. Of course. I'm pooped. All right, so we'll pick things up with the bike here. So we're here in the middle of the spur. You can see basically that's where we came out. So that is the east leg, and comes in here, and you can imagine the spur would have ran up that way, and then there would have been a piece coming back on this side. So there would have been a junction, kind of like a Y. Again, you saw that sort of on that really kind of crude map. So let's ride you down this part. And you can see there's still some storage that's going on. I don't know if they're using this at all. They probably did at some point. Those all look like poplar logs. That squeak is still coming from it's a different kind of squeak now. Must be dust or something in there. And then you see this natural kind of curve here. Okay, so this is the end of the spur here, and so what we're going to do is we're going to pause. You can see the grade going back that way, and we're almost done here, and we'll just finish off the rest of the hike here.